Your cat just stopped. It is staring at the wall in front of you. There is nothing there. No sound, no movement, no insect. Nothing you can see, hear, or feel. And yet your cat is completely locked in, focused, certain. You have seen this before. You have laughed about it. You have filmed it. But you have never understood it. What your cat is doing right now is not random. It is not a malfunction. It is not a sign that something is wrong with it. It is a sign that something is different about it. Different from you in ways that science has spent decades trying to measure and still has not fully explained. Welcome to your cat mind. What you are about to learn will change the way you look at your cat every single time it does something you cannot explain. Stay until number 1. It is the one that changes everything. You think your cat can see in the dark. You are wrong about what that actually means. It is not that your cat sees shapes where you see nothing. It is that your cat's world at 3 in the morning looks nothing like what you imagine darkness to be. When the lights go off in your house, you lose most of your visual world. Edges blur, distances disappear. The room becomes a collection of vague shapes and shadows. For your cat, the lights going off changes almost nothing. Behind the retina of your cat's eye is a structure called the tapetum lucidum, a reflective layer with no equivalent in human vision. When light enters your cat's eye, it passes through the retina once. When light enters your cat's eye, it passes through twice. The tapetum catches what the retina missed and reflects it back for a second attempt. Your cat is using the same light twice. On top of that, your cat has up to 8 times more rod cells than you do. Rod cells are the sensors built for low light detection. Your eyes have some. Your cat's eyes are dominated by them. The result is a visual system so sensitive that it can function on light levels that register as complete darkness to you. That sprint through your bedroom at 3 in the morning is not chaos. Your cat can see every piece of furniture, every corner, every obstacle. The one who is lost in there is you. Stop and think about this one carefully. Your cat is looking at your wall right now, and it is seeing something on that wall that you will never see. Not because your vision is weak, because your eyes were built to block what your cat's eyes were built to find. Cats can see ultraviolet light. UV light is everywhere. It bounces off surfaces, leaves trails, illuminates patterns that exist in the physical world but are completely invisible to the human visual spectrum. Evolution filtered it out of your sight because it was not useful enough to keep. Your cat never lost it. To your cat, certain surfaces in your home glow. Certain trails left by other animals appear as visible marks on the floor. The world your cat navigates has an entire layer of visual information that you are walking through blind. Researchers believe this is a hunting adaptation. Small rodents leave urine trails that are visible in ultraviolet. Your cat does not track prey by smell alone. It reads a lit map that you cannot see. So the next time your cat is staring at an empty corner of your house, ask yourself a different question. Not what is wrong with my cat? What am I not seeing? Right now, in this room, there are sounds happening that you will never hear. Not faint sounds, not quiet sounds. Sounds at frequencies your auditory system is physically incapable of detecting. Your cat hears all of them. Human hearing tops out at around 20,000 hertz. That upper limit is where your world of sound ends. Your cat's upper limit is 65,000 hertz. That gap is not a small difference. It is an entirely separate acoustic world that exists in the same space you occupy at the same moment you are sitting in it, completely inaccessible to you. The high-pitched noise emitted by electronic devices, the ultrasonic communication of mice, sounds traveling from distances your ears would register as silence. And the ears themselves are built for this work in a way yours are not. Each of your cat's ears has 32 muscles. Yours has 3. Those 32 muscles allow independent rotation, precise angular adjustment, directional isolation. Your cat can point one ear toward the kitchen and one ear toward the front door simultaneously, processing both inputs separately. When your cat suddenly turns and stares at a wall with that particular stillness, the kind where it barely breathes, there is something inside that wall. Not something supernatural, something sonic. Your cat heard it. You did not. You never will. This one has been documented across multiple continents, multiple decades, and multiple events, and it still does not have a complete scientific explanation. Before earthquakes, cats leave. Not all of them, but enough of them, consistently enough, across enough events, that researchers have stopped dismissing it. In the hours before the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, people across the affected region reported their cats behaving strangely. Agitated, restless, moving to high ground, refusing to stay inside. The official warnings had not come yet. The instruments had not registered anything significant. The cats already knew. What they are detecting is called infrasound, extremely low-frequency vibrations produced by geological movement, atmospheric pressure changes, and structural shifts in the Earth. These frequencies are below the threshold of human hearing and human sensation. Your cat's body registers them, not as a conscious prediction, not as some mystical foreknowledge, as a physical sensation. The same way you feel the vibration of a passing truck through the floor before you hear it, but at frequencies and sensitivities so far below your threshold that you have no equivalent experience. So when your cat starts pacing for no reason, moving restlessly through the house, seeking high ground or hiding in strange places, it is not crazy. It is calibrated to something your instruments have not caught yet. Every living thing produces heat. You produce heat right now. The person nearest to you produces heat. The warm spot on the couch where someone just sat produces heat. Your cat reads all of it. Cats have specialized thermal receptors concentrated in the skin around the nose and in the whisker follicles. These receptors can detect radiant heat with a precision that has no human equivalent. This is an ancient hunting tool. In total darkness, with no visual information, a cat's wild ancestors could locate warm-bodied prey by reading the heat they emitted into the surrounding air. Your domestic cat has not lost this. It still reads the thermal landscape of every room it enters. It knows which chair is warmest. It knows which surface will hold heat the longest. It knows which spot in a patch of sunlight has the highest temperature before it lies down in it. And it knows something else. It knows where you are in the dark. Not by sound, not by smell, by the heat your body is continuously broadcasting into the room. The next time your cat seems to find you too easily, the next time it appears in a dark room and goes directly to you without hesitation, it did not guess. It read the heat you were giving off and walked straight to the source. Most people understand, in a vague way, that cat whiskers are sensitive. They do not understand what sensitive actually means. Each whisker is embedded in a follicle with a dense concentration of nerve endings. These are not touch sensors in the way your fingertips are touch sensors. They are pressure sensors, capable of detecting changes in air movement, disturbances so subtle that they register before any physical contact occurs. When your cat moves through a dark space, it is not relying on memory or luck. It is building a real-time, three-dimensional map of the environment from the air disturbances its whiskers detect as it moves. Objects that the whiskers do not touch still register. The air displaced by those objects reaches the whiskers first. Before your cat enters a narrow space, it already knows whether its body will fit. The whiskers have calculated the width of the opening from the air pressure pattern and compared it against the cat's own body width. This is not instinct. It is measurement. Your cat is running a continuous spatial calculation as it moves through the world, using sensors so precise that they can detect the presence of objects from the disturbance those objects make in the air. You have nothing that works like this. Not even close. You walk into a room in a way you think looks normal. Your face is composed, your voice is calm. You sit down. Your cat already knows something is wrong. Not because it is intuitive, not because it loves you and therefore pays special attention, because it has been running a continuous behavioral analysis of you since the day you brought it home. And right now, the data does not match the baseline. Studies from the University of Lincoln documented that cats track human facial expressions, vocal tone, and postural changes as a form of environmental monitoring. Your cat knows what your normal looks like in a level of detail you would not believe. The slight difference in how you hold your shoulders, the fractional change in the pace of your movements, the microsecond difference in your facial resting state. It registers all of it. And beyond the behavioral signals, there is the chemistry. When you are under stress, your body releases different chemical compounds. Your sweat changes composition. Your breath changes. The air around you changes in ways that are measurable, and your cat's olfactory system is measuring them. So that moment when you were not okay, when you were sitting quietly holding something heavy inside, and your cat appeared and sat beside you without being called, it did not guess. It read you. You have watched your cat do this. It stops. It opens its mouth slightly. It holds that expression, frozen, unfocused, almost absent, for several seconds. Then it closes its mouth and moves on. You probably thought something was wrong with it. Nothing was wrong with it. It was reading the room. That behavior is called the Flamen response, and it activates an organ you do not have. Located on the roof of the mouth, the Jacobson's organ, also called the vomeronasal organ, is a chemical analysis system that operates separately from the nose. While the nose processes airborne scent molecules, the Jacobson's organ processes pheromones and chemical signals that require direct contact with a surface or a heavy particle in the air. When your cat opens its mouth in that particular way, it is drawing chemical information up into direct contact with this organ. What it is reading is invisible to you. The emotional state of another animal that passed through the room hours ago. The reproductive status of a cat outside the window, the stress markers left on a surface by a person who touched it. Your cat enters a room and conducts a chemical inventory of everyone who has been in it. Not metaphorically, literally. You think you and your cat are looking at the same world. You are not. Your visual system was built for color discrimination and long-range focus. You see a rich palette of color. You resolve fine detail at distance, and your peripheral vision is moderate. Your cat's visual system was built for something different. Its field of view reaches approximately 200 degrees compared to your 180. That extra 20 degrees is not trivial. It is the difference between detecting movement at the edge of your peripheral field and not detecting it. More significantly, your cat's retina contains a disproportionate concentration of motion-sensitive cells. Any movement within that 200-degree field is registered immediately, automatically, and with a precision that bypasses conscious processing. The cursor moving on your computer screen, a shadow shifting on the wall from a passing car, a single leaf sliding along the floor from the air current when a door opens. All of it activates your cat's hunting circuitry before it has made any decision to look. This is not a choice. It is a reflex built over millions of years for a single purpose. Your cat is not distracted by random things. It is responding to movement that your visual system was not built to prioritize. The laser pointer does not make your cat temporarily insane. It triggers a system that has been running continuously, waiting for exactly that kind of movement since before your cat was born. This one is the hardest to explain because science has not fully explained it either. But the data exists. There are documented cases, not anecdotes, documented cases of cats navigating back to their owners across distances of dozens of miles, through terrain they had never crossed, after relocations to places they had never been. The most studied hypothesis involves magnetoreception, the ability to detect Earth's magnetic field and use it for directional orientation. Several species are known to have this ability: migratory birds, certain fish, bats. The mechanism in each case involves magnetite crystals in the body that physically respond to magnetic field lines, providing something like an internal compass. Research suggests cats may have this too. The evidence is not conclusive. The mechanism has not been fully mapped in the feline body, but the behavior it would explain, the navigational feats that have no other explanation, exists in the documented record. Your cat may be carrying, right now, a directional sense that no human instrument has successfully replicated. And it does not know it has it. It just knows where home is. We have arrived at the one that changes how you will sleep tonight. Your cat is staring at the corner of the ceiling. Not glancing, staring. Focused. Following something with its eyes. There is nothing there. You have checked. You check every time. There is never anything there. Science does not confirm what your cat is seeing in these moments, but science has confirmed something adjacent to it, something that makes the question less comfortable than it used to be. Your cat sees light you cannot see. It hears sound you cannot hear. It detects heat you cannot feel. It reads chemical information that does not exist for your senses. It registers vibrations that your body does not register. It may perceive a directional field that human instruments have not successfully measured. What this means is not supernatural. What this means is precise. Your cat does not experience the same room you experience. It experiences a version of that room that contains more information than you have access to. More sensory data, more layers of input, a richer, denser, more complex picture of the same physical space you both occupy. So when your cat stares at the corner of the ceiling at 3 in the morning, it is not seeing a ghost. It is seeing something. Something that does not exist for you. Something that your biology was never built to detect. Something that is present in the room right now, in the air of this room, in the frequencies and wavelengths and pressure gradients that surround you both, and that you will never perceive. Not invisible, just invisible to you. Your cat is not strange. It is not broken. It is not superstitious. It is not performing for you. It is an animal that evolved a set of perceptual tools so different from yours that sharing a room with it is, in a very real sense, sharing a room with something that inhabits a different world. The same walls, the same air, the same light, a completely different experience of all of it. Tonight, when your cat stops and looks at something you cannot see, do not laugh. Do not film it. Watch it. Because for a few seconds, you are being shown the edge of your own perception, the place where your world ends and your cat's world continues. Tell me in the comments, what is the strangest thing your cat has ever stared at? I read every single one.